Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and I know from the reactions and my own judgment that everyone is hyped for the Ghost Rider King of Hell uniform. It looks insane, and it's the rework that we've always wanted for Ghost Rider. So I wanted to cover that one first today. It's got a lot of new mechanics on his skills, and even though the uniform's not going to be available right at the launch of the update, I just wanted to make, I really just want to make a video about it and show you guys how badass he is. But first, the ABX Alliance Battle Extreme rewards have not changed. So I and a couple of other star agents, a few other star agents, started a hashtag, hashtag improve ABX rewards. You guys know how it goes. So basically, I'm asking you, if you want, you don't have to, but if you want, put some pressure on Netmarble to try and improve the ABX rewards. We really should see rewards in ABX that reflect the amount of effort and the amount of investment it takes to play ABX at a high-ish level, right? So we should be seeing tier 3 materials as daily rewards, and we should be seeing crystals as weekly rewards. Currently, the only person that gets crystals is the one person in the game who has the highest score, which is stupid, right? So just like timeline battle, if you get 10 million score for the week, you should get 100 crystals. If you get 20 million score for the week in ABX, you should get 200 crystals. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So yeah, I'm posting stuff on Twitter and other social media, and I'm just asking other people if they want to also post things on social media, Facebook, official forums, Instagram, etc. Tagging the Marvel Future Fight account, tagging using the hashtag improve ABX rewards. So yeah, that's my little PSA thing, whatever, call to action. But here we go. Ghost Rider. So here's the thing. It's tough to look at the uniform. I can't test the uniform out in gameplay because it's not available. And some people are suggesting or speculating that he could be the mid-month tier 3. He could be. I would love it if he was the mid-month tier 3. He might not be. Who knows? But the uniform itself looks beautiful, right? He's on the bike. Look at this. It's just insanely cool, insanely hot. And the effects are really powerful. So let's take a look here at what Ghost Rider is going to look like. So the uniform effect itself seems very lame. It just enhances the effect of his skill Repentance, which is his tier 2 passive. And you're like, wow, what the heck is going on? So you go to Repentance and you look, and it basically reads almost exactly the same as his old tier 2 passive. Increased damage to supervillains by 120%, decreased damage from supervillains by 20%, and then increases skill damage bonus damage. All they did for the tier 2 passive is, if you take a look here, they just bumped up the skill damage by 8%, and they bumped up the bonus damage by 5%. So it's a pretty sad uniform effect, right? Oh, whoops, not the getaway car here. So it's pretty sad, right? So you're like, how can this uniform be so good besides looking good? Well, because they changed the 5 skills. Okay? So let's take a look at what the 5 skills do. We can't check them out like on this page. I wish we could check them out on this page, but we can't. So we got to go over to the uniform list, and we got to check them out here. So his first skill, Chains of Vengeance, is just stun and bind, which is pretty straightforward. His second skill, Hellfire Explosion, deals burn damage and gives him 4 seconds of invincibility with a 9-second cooldown. Okay, now we're talking. That's pretty nice. Every 4.5 seconds, you get 4 seconds of immunity or invincibility. Okay. King's Gaze. Now we're talking. Look at all of these abilities. Yeah. This is bonkers. This is called the Super Villain Killer. Yeah. So I'm gonna move my camera here so we can read all the effects. Check this out. It's got, okay, so first of all, you can iframe ignore. Which is very, very cool. Okay, you can interrupt other players and other enemies' iframes. It's got burn damage, it's got bind, it removes active buff, which is very powerful. It's got 100% chance to penetrate everything. Super armor, barrier, shield, immune, invincible. So iframe ignore and 100% penetration. Who does that sound like? That's right, Silver Surfer's third skill. So now you know what you're dealing with. That's a crazy skill, and it's 4 seconds of penetration. So even if you cancel 3 into something else, you still got the 100% penetration. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Now look at this. It gives him 4 seconds of invincibility. And look at this. Acquires the following effect for 0.1 seconds. I don't know how this is possible, but I guess the game can work in 1/10 of a second. When attacking a supervillain enemy. So if you use King's Gaze, because you know Ghost Rider, right? He makes you see all of your past sins, right? With the penance stare. If you attack a villain, he gets a 250% damage proc. That's all, folks. Yeah, that's basically an instant kill. That's an OHKO. That's a one-hit KO on any villain. I don't think Thanos can survive this. I don't think Dormammu can survive this. If Jean Grey had a villain uniform, I don't think she could survive it. I don't want her to get a villain uniform. Netmarble gods, I was just joking, okay? That's a joke. That's not a real suggestion. Anywho, there's no villain in the game that can survive that. It's got a 30-second cooldown. I know. It's a long cooldown, but for a one-shot, it's got to have some balance, right? So that's insane. And wait till you see the animation. And then Hell Cycle Rush is bind, stun, and more burn damage. And then Penance Annihilation, not just a penance stare, a penance annihilation, gives him buff to his all attack and his fire damage. And it decreases fire resist, so it's good for world boss and this kind of PvE content. He doesn't have all defense down, but he has fire resist down, okay? And it also gives him 5 seconds of invincibility. So he's got 5 seconds of invincibility here, 4 seconds of invincibility here, and he's got 4 seconds of invincibility here. Yeah. But really, it's that third skill. It's really that third skill that you don't want to mess around with that third skill. So look at this. He enters the fight. He spews fire everywhere. So check out my boy. Oh man, this is sick. This is so sick. Okay, so check this out. Check this out. We're gonna zoom out first. We'll do the zoom out version, and then we'll do the zoomed in version. So his regular auto attack is straightforward. He just slaps you with the chains, with the flaming chains. Nothing special there. Okay, his first skill, nice iframe on a short cooldown. There you go. Pretty straightforward, right? But it's an iframe. That's very good for PvP. Okay, very nice. Okay, check out his second skill here. He gets a little sun. He gets a little Escanor Kurueru Sun, and boom. Okay, not too special, but okay. He's got, you know, it is what it is. He's got the, you know what? It's not showing up. That's interesting. The effects of his uniform are not showing up, but he should have a 4-second invincibility, right? On this skill, it's not showing up for some reason. I just noticed that. Okay, that'll have to get fixed before the final build. Now check out his third skill. Are you ready? Come here. Get over here. He pulls a scorpion. Look at this. Get over here. He yanks you in, and then he spits fire in your face. How sick is that? Oh, buddy. Iframe ignore. 200%, 250% damage proc against villains. 4 seconds of all penetration, and 4 seconds of invincibility, which also gives him super armor. Yeah, this guy is going to be a problem for PvP. He's going to be a villain killer. And you know what? He might kill heroes too. Just because you don't get a 250% damage proc doesn't mean he's not going to be strong, right? But Colossus, Thanos, Dormammu, Apocalypse, Mystique, Taskmaster, any villains that pull up to PvP are basically done. Because there's no way they're going to survive this. I would be shocked if they survive this. So yeah, and it's got 23 hits. Oh no, 16. Oh, I think it hit two characters. 16 hits, but still. Okay, so that's cool. Let's check out his fourth skill, shall we? Check this out. Woo! Woo! And then, oh, that is sick. So he calls the bike, and then he throws the bike at you, and then he summons these hell chains, and then he dive bombs into you. Now there's iframes in between, so that can be a little bit tricky, but damn, does this skill look amazing. They did such a good job with this skill. And he just like dives into you. This is the rework that Blade deserved, right? They need to do this for Blade, just not with a bike, right? Okay. So then what's up with his fifth skill, Alex? He's done so many cool things on 3 and 4. What could 5 possibly be? Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Huge plume of fire. Then he throws up a fireball and it explodes like a sun. And now look at that. Look at the transformation he has undergone. So for the duration of the buffs, the fire buff and the all attack buff, he grows horns. Yeah. This is so sick. So check this out one more time. Huge plume of fire, throws that up, and now he's got horns. Look at how badass he looks. I really wish he could have that for the whole fight. Like, I wish it would never go away, but it does go away. But how sick is that, bro? How sick is that? So you're like, okay, Thanos, you want to fight? You really want to be judged? Come here. And then you spit in his face with the horns. And then everyone's dead. And then only Ghost Rider remains. That is so sick. Bro, he looks so sick. So as far as the skill rotation goes, I'm not exactly sure. I really think that he's going to be very, very good for PvP. He doesn't have a heal, and he doesn't have damage reduction. He has some small damage reduction against villains, but that's all. But offensively, he seems like a glass cannon in that sense. But I really can't ignore iframe. I can't ignore the fact that one of his skills gives him 100% penetration and iframe ignore. That's just insane. That's just insanely good, right? He's got iframes on 3 and 1 and 4, right? Now there is a little intermittent. There's a little in between there where he can get hit, but otherwise iframes on 3 skills is good. And then he's got invincibility on 3 skills as well. So he's got a lot of ways to protect himself. I would have liked if 4 was maybe a full iframe and there wasn't this gap in the middle. Maybe that would make him too strong. I don't know. But I'm definitely excited. I don't know if he'll be top tier for PvP, but I think he'll be very fun to play in PvP. And I think he will finally feel like Ghost Rider, and you will finally feel like you're judging those villains for their wicked crimes, you know? So yeah, as far as the rotation goes, if you're not worried about Reflect, I think opening with 5 is not a bad idea until he throws up that orb. And then once he throws up the orb, you can go into 3 and you get that chain damage of the stuff on the bottom, because you can see there on the 5th skill, it leaves that crater for a long time. So you get that crater in addition to that. Or you could even do 4, right? And then once he summons the chains, you could do this and get them both sort of comboing. But 1 is not bad. 1 into 3 is not bad either, right? 2 might have, judging by the way the robots react, 2 might have guard break immunity penetration, right? And it sucks them in. So he's got a lot of skills where you drag the opponents towards you. So yeah, you might get some nice combos. You might be able to do 3 into 2 and then into 4 and then into 1 or something like that. You're not going to be able to rely on spamming 3 a lot because it's got a long cooldown. So I think it's going to make Ghost Rider a bit easier to play against in PvP because it's 15 seconds, right? Even with max skill cooldown, this is a 30-second cooldown skill. 30 seconds is a long time. So 15 seconds in between means that you have a lot of time to kill him. And unlike Silver Surfer, he doesn't have, auto reflect. He doesn't have any reflect. He doesn't have revive, right? I think maybe they could have given him revive. I don't know. Or they could have given him a heal. But this is a massive rework for a character that has needed it for a long time. And this is a very cool, very thematic rework. Ghost Rider doesn't have to be the strongest character in the game, but King's Gaze is very thematic, right? Especially because it's when he's attacking a supervillain. So this is the kind of stuff we need more of. We need characters to feel thematically accurate. And I love, love, love that. So I really want to highlight that. And I really want to thank the devs for working hard to make the character feel like he is coming out of the comic books and coming to life, because that's exactly why this game will succeed and continue to succeed. On the flip side, I do have to just say one more time, guys, you didn't do a good enough job for Blade. He doesn't feel enough like Blade. He's too weak to be Blade. He doesn't have the vampiric properties that you gave to Morbius, right? And his leadership sucks. And his leadership sucks, which is sad because it's so unique. His leadership is so unique. So they need to tweak his leadership. They need to make it a lot better. They need to take away the cooldown completely. And then I think Blade could definitely join Ghost Rider for, you know, most hyped uniform for the update. So hopefully they rework Blade to be more like Ghost Rider. But man, I gotta say, they hit it out of the park with this one. They absolutely positively hit it out of the park with this one. He looks insane, and the bike looks so good. The bike looks bonkers. There's even fangs on the skull. Man, that's sick. That's so sick. So hopefully he plays as well as he looks. Choking you there, and then he's got the chain into the fire. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the new Ghost Rider. Beware the Ghost Rider King of Hell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.